get everyone tagged, and then we'll start busting. I will warn you, the storms have not completely passed through, but they do look like they have weakened enough where I will not lose power. All right. Everyone tagged. Let's go ahead and open that up, and then I'll have to adjust the camera, find the video, and then we will be ready to rock and roll. As you can see, Top Stadium Club. I should have opened it from the bottom. Well, I should have done. A little bit. I'll have to adjust the camera down, I'm sure. I'm not sure if I can get the whole thing in there. Let's see. Should be able to do this. Right there. Adjust the camera down. I did go with the removal of the background, so we'll see if that helps with the focusing issue that we had last time. Let me adjust the camera so I'm not going to hit it, and there we go. A little forward. Let me get to the video on my phone to make sure we have no problems there. Down. I did go. Mark, what's going on? As we said, or as I said, storming here. Kevin, glad to see you could make it. Good luck. If you have not joined a break with me before, which I think there is 3 of you, make sure to send me your address, and these will be shipped out first thing tomorrow morning. These will be shipped out tomorrow by 1:50 p.m. Central Time. That's when the truck leaves. So everything will be shipped out, barring any emergencies. For the ones that first time join as well, a little background. I am the fire chief here in town and mayor, but the mayor doesn't have emergencies, so to speak, as much as the fire chief. So as long as that there is no emergencies dealing with the fire department, these ship out tomorrow. Good luck. And I appreciate everyone getting in. If I do not catch a variation, they will be caught at the end when I am sorting. So I do apologize if I do not catch it. Empty box. Save the box topper for last. We'll save the box toppers all for last. Let's go that route, since there is a possibility that the box toppers could be autoed. Jason, thanks for getting in. Appreciate you joining and jumping right in. If you have any issues at all with the video, please let me know in the comments. I do believe that issue has been solved, as the last 4 or 5 has been smooth. Here we go. Good luck. I will, let's see how this focuses. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Come on. There we go. So, there we go. So these are pretty sweet looking cards. Power Zone Will Clark. I don't even know what necessarily the variations look like. I have not watched any breaks today. I was busy. Matthew Boyd on the red. Becky Matsui. Jeff Bagwell. Emperors of the Zone. Justin Verlander. Mel Ott on the red. That will be going out to the San Francisco Giants. Roger Maris. Ward Speed. Matthew Boyd. We have Reggie Jackson. Our first auto is Touki Toussaint for the Atlanta Braves. Going out to Jason Bowers. Want him on a filler. Want him on a filler. Touki Toussaint. Non-numbered. Which I think, what is it? The foils is the ones that are numbered. So different kinds of color to foils. Here's a black foil of Max Muncy. Max Muncy with the black foil. Max Kepler on the red. We have Ozzy Albies on the Stadium Club Chrome. Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. I can't really get over how good these pictures look, in my opinion. Gleyber Torres, Power Zone. Matt Kemp. Luis Uri's on the Ken Griffey Jr. Beam Team. Ken Griffey Jr. Beam Team. Tom Glavine on the Emperor of the Zone. Harmon Killebrew with the red. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ahmed Rosario Warp Speed. Mark, it is all card ship. Every single break of mine is all card ship unless the individual doesn't want them, then I will not send them. But I haven't had anybody not want them. So Mariano Rivera red. And Jose Briceño for the LA Angels. And Sal. Jose Briceño. Going out to Sal, the LA Angels. Brandon Nemo on the black. Stadium Club. Shohei Ohtani. Ernie Banks on the red. Rod Carew. Like I said, we will do the box toppers. I prefer to ship all the cards. I don't have anything to do with them. As far as donating to a hospital, we don't really have a local. We don't have a local children's hospital. And that way, if I do happen to miss a variation or a short print, you at least receive it. So I do check all the codes and double check, but just like anything, human and do make a mistake every now and then. So Mike Piazza Power Zone, Bo Jackson. Ichiro Beam Team. So 2 boxes, 2 Mariners Beam Teams. Sammy Sosa, Andy Pettit, Jose Ramirez on the Orange Stadium Club. Jose Ramirez on the Orange Stadium Club. John Lester on the red. Blake Snell, Emperors of the Zone on the red. Yeah, Mark Pennington, I hadn't either. I was trying to think if I had heard of him or not. Warp Speed, Victor Robles. I don't remember him playing in the Cardinals series, so that they just had with them. Lance McCullers Jr. on the red. Man, Reese McGuire on the auto, going out to the Toronto Blue Jays in Rome. Reese McGuire. Going out to Rome. Let's see, kind of have a glare here. Here. Ted Williams on the black. Ian Kinsler the red, and Marcus Stroman. After this first case, I do have a second case. It was on hold for me. I will double check if we want to go with the second case. This one did take a little bit of time to fill. See how the autos are. 29 to go. We need the Tukey's not a bad one, but the other two, at least Reese is a, well, I guess they're all three rookies, but Christian Yelich on the Power Zone. Miguel Sano for the Twins on the red. Long. Shuzu. Nope. Edwin Encarnacion on the red. Warp Speed, Byron Buxton. I know Stadium Club's pictures were good last year, but to me, these are top notch. Johnny Cueto on the red. And Ray Black on the red. Ray Black on the red going out to the San Francisco Giants. And Danny Matheny. Ray Black. Bryce Wilson on the black. Stadium Club. Orlando Arcia on the red. Freddie Freeman, top Stadium Club Chrome. Move some these cards around. Give me some more room to set them off to the side. 2 boxes in. Need to pick it up on the autos. Box. Figure that this should take about an hour and 45 minutes or so to get through all these. We're going through them probably just at the right enough speed, so it's not too slow, not too fast. Still able to see each and every card. Chipper Jones on the Power Zone. Michael Fulmer on the red. Chris Sale, Emperors of the Zone. Starling Marte on the red. Eloy Jimenez. Manny Machado. Nope. David Dahl. And to the Miami Marlins, Austin Dean. Austin Dean. That is going out to Jagger. Going out to Jagger. It's awful fuzzy. There we go. Austin Dean to the Marlins. Cal Ripken on the black. Carlos Correa on the red. Sammy Sosa in the Stadium Club Chrome. So after this, after we see the autos in this, and right now, my opinion, unless you, I guess, hit an auto, but some weak ones, we will see if we want the second case. If so, then I will make sure that I can still get it. And then it should be at the same price point. The price point, as some of you in other groups would have seen, is overall lower than anybody else. Power Zone, Vladimir Guerrero. Chris Sale, Beam Team, going to the Red Sox. Chris Sale on the Beam Team. Blake Snell, Emperors of the Zone. Eric Hosmer on the red. Javier Baez, Warp Speed for the Cubbies. Nomar Mazara with the red. And then we go to the LA Angels and David Fletcher. David Fletcher going out to Sal, right? Yep, going out to Sal. Second auto for the Angels pulled tonight, David Fletcher. David Fletcher. Let's see, we'll put that right up there. Billy Hamilton on the black, Cal Ripken, Top Stadium Club Chrome. Gene Segura on the red. Box. I don't know about where everyone else lives, but as I hear it pouring down rain, it makes me think I am sick and tired of the rain here. I think it is, we were up at like 45 inches before today, 48 inches, something like that, and our normal yearly total is that amount. We still have 6 months left to go, and we've already reached our normal average. It's been ridiculous. My kids' games have been canceled. Power Zone Mike Trout. We only have one field in the town, so when they cancel, you really have a hard time making up games. Bob Feller on the red. Johnny Bench. All these ones look like variations. Imperior of the Zone, Dennis Eckersley, but they're not. Lewis Brinson on the red. Ryan Sandberg on the Gold Stadium Club. I'm going to go ahead and top load the Gold Stadium Club. Someone look about gold on Stadium Club to see what that number is out of. Ryan Sandberg on the gold for Stadium Club. Someone look and see what that number is, if you would, for gold on Stadium Club. Trey Turner on Warp Speed. Bryce Wilson for the Atlanta Braves. Second Atlanta Braves hit going out to Jason Bowers. This is on the Black Stadium Club. Bryce Wilson. Mark, gladly would send you some, man. Gladly. Matt Chapman on the Black. I know there were some farmers around here who were just giving up even trying to plant. Eloy Jimenez on the Red Stadium Club. Frank Thomas Stadium Club. Chrome. Some were just giving up even planting. So every time it would get dry enough for them to plant, then it would come a downpour and I guess ruin half of the crop anyway. So I mean it came a downpour tonight before the well, it was about 7 o'clock. It finally got here and moving real slow, and it just dropping loads of rain coming down by the buckets. They talked like it was going to be severe or straight line winds and everything, but there wasn't much wind. Wasn't much wind. Power Zone, Todd Helton. Shohei Ohtani. Beam Team, Paul Goldsmith. Beam Team, Paul Goldsmith. Imperiors of the Zone, Walker Buehler. Wade Boggs on the red. Warp Speed, D. Gordon. Barry Larkin on the red. And Ramon Loreno. Ramon Loreno going to the Oakland Athletics and Ryan Tyree. This one has a cannon for an arm. Ramon Loreno, I think last time he wasn't batting. Last time I looked, checked him out on fantasy baseball. He wasn't hitting the greatest, but has an absolute cannon. Going out to Ryan Tyree. Nico Goodrum on the black. Nicholas Castellanos on the red. So we're 1/4 of the way through. Or, no, my bad. Yeah, 1/4. I was going to say 1/3, but yeah, 16 boxes. 16 boxes. It's cool that Stadium Club has the box toppers this year. I don't think they were in last year's. I know there was a couple of products they were in. I like the box toppers. Pretty cool. I really like the Gypsy Queen top box toppers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like always, you know, if you have anybody that would be interested in joining, feel free to invite them. You have a chance at a $100 break credit. That ends it ends July 1st. So as soon as it strikes midnight, July 1st, it is over. So they have to accept the invite as well. Just because you invite them, I appreciate it, but they also have to accept it. So Gleyber Torres, Power Zone. Jackie Bradley Jr. on the red. Emperors of the Zone, Tom Glavine. Bo Jackson on the red. Ahmed Rosario, Warp Speed. Dallas Keuchel on the red. And Dean Dietz. Dean Dietz for the Houston Astros. Going out to Jason Bowers. I think his third auto of the night for Jason. Dean Dietz. Robbie Ray on the black. Chris Davis on the red. Andrew McCutchen, Stadium Club Chrome. Quiet group tonight. I've seen Sean jump on, but I think he's running stacks in another group. He normally keeps it talking and asking questions, but pretty quiet. I'm not the type of person, as you'll find out if you stick around and watch this entire break. If we have a lot of dead air time, I'm not one to talk a lot. I'll answer any questions, you know, if we want to make conversation that way. But I don't just talk to hear myself talk. But I'd be more than happy to talk about anything we would want to talk about. We want to talk about anything baseball, we can do it. Power Zone, Ohtani. Otherwise, you'll just hear me talk about the red foils, black foils, and anything other foils we may hit. Beam Team, Aaron Judge. Garrett Cole, Emperors of the Zone. Puig on the red. At Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And if you happen to see any variations, also point them out to me. Feel free to. The ones that look like it to me, I've checked, but they have not been. So Warp Speed for the Mondesi. Juan Soto. Nope. Bob Gibson. Nope. Jeff Samardzija on the red. And for our auto, Jeffrey Springs. Jeffrey Springs going to the Texas Rangers. And that is going out to Richie. Richie Cold. Jeffrey Springs going out to the Texas Rangers. And Richie Cold. Albert Amara Jr. on the black. Here's a Instavision out of 50, Cal Ripken Jr. Instavision out of 50 to Cal Ripken Jr. That is going out to the Baltimore Orioles and Odell Harper. Instavision, Cal Ripken Jr. out of 50. 19 out of 50. See if that'll zoom in here. There we go. 19 out of 50. Going to Odell. $11 to go. Go. Bo Jackson, Power Zone. Whit Merrifield on the red. Trevor Bauer on the Emperors of the Zone. Carlton Fisk on the red. Mondesi on the Warp Speed. Francisco Mejia, and the auto should be next. Kevin Newman. Kevin Newman for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That is going out to Jason Bowers. That is going out to Jason Bowers. Kevin Newman. Jason's had a pretty good night with all the teams that he has because of the fillers. Del Murphy on the black. Don Manningley, red. Corey Seager, Top Stadium Club, chrome. I did get notification of my allocations today. I didn't get any Bowman Sterling, so hopefully the other guy did and got me a case. Donner's Optic. I got one case and get another case from Brandon. So should have 2 cases of Donner's Optic coming. What else? Clearly Authentic, I got allocated 0 again, which I don't understand because I got some last year. So I asked for four cases this year, didn't get anything. So I'll be going, hopefully Brandon got some of those. So Power Zone, Mike Trout. That is the updates that I have as far as for the future breaks coming up. Christian Yelich on the Beam team. Kai Kuchi on the Emperors of the Zone. Carl Yastrzemski on the red. Oh, I was hoping that was an auto. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I think that's only the third one that we have of him. Warp Speed, Trey Turner. But normally the auto. Mark, there's photo variations, but I haven't seen any that have stuck out to my mind. Every single one of them that looks like it to me are not, according to the number. The variation number is 805. Ketel Marte on the red, which I will double check them before when I sort them, I'll double check. Corbin Burns on the auto to the Milwaukee Brewers. That is going out to Mark Pennington. There is the old Corbin Burns. Like I said, Mark, I will double check when I'm going through these to make sure that I didn't miss any. But normally you can really tell the variations, but I have not been able to. Xander Bogaerts on the black. Bravo. If you're still watching, I got your message. That's no problem. Rod Carew on the red. Just wanted to touch base. I mean, I know you, so. Ten to go. That is one thing I dislike about Stadium Club, is I wish they were a little bit, I guess, in my opinion, a little bit easier to see. But some people have the eye and they can catch them. They can look at the list. They can catch them right off the bat. That's not me, though. I cannot. You know, by the time, if we were opening 10, 12 cases of it, yeah, I would be able to. But when you only open one as of right now, it's kind of difficult to remember them and look at them. So I was busy today as mayor. I tell you, we are a town of 1,800 people, if that, 1,600, 1,800, something like that. Miguel Andujar in the Power Zone. I did not realize that the mayor would be so time-consuming on issues as far as just minute issues. Emperors of the Zone, Pedro Martinez. We've been hounding people to clean up their yards, and that is very time-consuming. Enrique Hernandez on the red. People just get up and leave their property and leave it to everybody else to pick up. And Matt Carpenter trying to hold those guys or those people accountable, and you don't have addresses for them, so you have to try to hunt them down on their last known address. Get our police chief involved to see if we can't find out the location. So it's a hassle. We have like 30 properties in our town that needs to be torn down. Steven Piscotty on the red. Going to the Tampa Bay Rays, Jalen Beeks. Jalen Beeks on the auto going to the Tampa Bay Rays. Kevin Bryant. Kevin actually bought into a filler spot, which is unusual. Maybe for the I mean, I don't even remember who's in because the Reds weren't in there, or the Cubs. He has a buddy that likes the Reds and everything. Yeah, Jason, they are for sure. That's why I want to say that the Ryan Sandberg is a gold, and I think that's a low number. I don't know if it's a 101 or not because I think they have rainbow as 101s, but I'm not for sure. Jesus Aguilar on the black. I watched 5 minutes of one break and they pulled a gold and someone said it was a 101, so I don't know. So I didn't say anything. I just want to know. I was wanting to know about the gold. Sean Reed Foley on the red, but everything will be double checked to make sure. Andrew Benintendi on the Stadium Club Chrome by the numbers. So have no fear if you have a variation. It will be top loaded unless I make a mistake and miss it. But chances of that happening should be slim to none. Especially as I'm going through them and sorting them out by team. And that's normally the easy way to see it. So, you notice a player's picture is different than the previous one. So, okay, got you, Jason. Yeah, I was thinking it was the rainbow foil, and they had mentioned something about a 101 in that break, and I had to go mow before the rain hit. My yard was getting high. Matt Carpenter power zone, not high where it was unbearable, but where it needed to mow with the rain coming. So Shohei Ohtani on the beam team. Noah Syndergaard, Emperors of the Zone. Severino for the Yankees on the red. I think I've been pronouncing his name wrong. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Byron Buxton on the warp speed. Chris Shaw going to the San Francisco Giants. Danny Matheny, his second pull of the night. We will do a hit recap. I know we're not even halfway through yet, but Lorenzo Cain on the black. If you were to leave and not happen to make it back, we do a hit recap. So Acuna Jr. on the red. This will make it halfway through. Empty. Aaron Judge, power zone. Nolan Arenado on the red. Clayton Kershaw, Emperors of the Zone. Jose Peraza in the red. Warp Speed, Mike Trout. Reese McGuire on the red. And we have a redemption. So let's just see who this redemption will be at the last year. Robinson Cano on the black. Carlos Rondon. Fernando Tatis Jr. on the Top Stadium Club. And for our redemption, base card autograph of Scooter Gennett. Scooter Gennett going to the Cincinnati Reds. Jagger, yeah, we've got an Austin Dean. An Austin Dean for the Marlins. I'm not sure if he had more than one team or not, but it's for the Marlins. I think that's the only team you do have. Scooter Gennett going to the Reds. And Chris Parsons. He should be coming back shortly from what I've read. I've looked at picking him up on fantasy. Needs some home run power. I drafted home run power, and my home run power has not been there. So, Giancarlo Stanton went back on the DL today, so he's played, what, a grand total of 20 games, if that. Killing me. I drafted Joey Votto. I released Joey Votto. I had to pick up another. I picked up Brandon Lowe to play first base. Tried to trade Votto. I even tried to trade Votto to a Reds fan. He wouldn't take him. Power Zone, Chipper Jones. Beam Team, Jose Altuve. Chris Sale, Emperors of the Zone. Roberto Alomar on the red. Warp Speed for Mondesi out of 99. That one is numbered out of 99. Going out to Bravo. Warp Speed Trevor Story. Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp in the red. Then we have Bryce Wilson. Second Bryce Wilson we've had tonight. This one is a base. Going out to the Atlanta Braves. The bad quality control of the Tops continues with a double auto. And it's never a double auto of like a Vlad Guerrero Jr. or Fernando Tatis Jr., Pete Alonso, Jose Abreu on the black. Johnny Mize on the red. Halfway through. Doug, what's going on? How are we doing tonight? Any Rocky hits? No. No autos as of yet. We just made it halfway through. We're opening all the box toppers at the end. We just made it halfway through. Nothing yet. Working hard. Jake Lamb started off. Ohtani on the power zone. Mitch Haniger on the red. I know every time I have a card of Mitch Haniger, I have to bring up, if you haven't seen why he's on the DL, Pete Alonso. I think that's the first Pete Alonso we have tonight. If you're not seeing why Mitch Haniger is on the DL, check it out. You're going to feel sorry for him. Emperors of the Zone. I say it every single time that I have to stop on one of his cards. Yon Moncada on the red. Mondesi on the warp speed. Joey Votto. And Ryan O'Hearn. Ryan O'Hearn going to the Kansas City Royals. And Bravo. Ryan O'Hearn. There we go. Going out to Bravo. Yes, Doug. Yes, he did. Ahmed Rosario on the black. Christian Yelich on the Stadium Club Chrome. It hurts to even think about. Jake Arrieta on the black and white. Jacob deGrom on the Stadium Club. It hurts to even think about. He didn't just hurt it. He ruptured it. He ruptured it. I do believe it was a foul ball off of it. Yeah, very, very poor guy. That is very, very true. Rhys Hodgkins on the power zone. Francisco Lindor, Bean Team. Yeah, no doubt, Mark. That would have been nice. Dennis Eckersley on the Emperors of the Zone. That would have been nice. Tanaka on the red. Trey Turner, warp speed. Walker Buehler on the red. And Fernando Tatis Jr. There we go. Not a bad auto there. It's on the base. Fernando Tatis Jr. going to Everett Allen. Picked up the Padres. White Sox fan picks up the Padres, walking home with a nice Fernando Tatis Jr. There we go. Let's get rid of Jose Racino. Put this one right in the middle. There we go. Going to Everett Allen. Ryan O'Hearn on the black. Yuli Gurriel on the red. There we go. 7 boxes to go. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. 7 to go. So hopefully the second half of the case will be a lot better, starting off a lot better. Box. Everett must not have been on. I would have thought he would have commented on the Fernando Tatis Jr. He would have probably been happier with a Eloy, but makes his money back. He's looking to resell on the Padres, that is for sure. That it is, Mark. That it is. It's been a while. Well, it's been what, probably 4 or 5 cases since I pulled a Chris Bryant Power Zone since I pulled a Juan Soto auto. The guy that it's really due for, Michael Kopech on the red, is in an Ohtani second year, or I haven't pulled Aaron Judge in a while. Luis Severino, Emperors of the Zone. I'm gonna have to listen to the Yes Network broadcasters to say his name so I can get it right. Jose Canseco on the red. Francisco Lindor on the warp speed. Wade Boggs on the foil. Not really sure. Out of 25. There we go. It's on the back. Out of 25. This is going out to the Red Sox and Jason Hornibrook. Wade Boggs out of 25. 7 out of 25. That'll focus in there. Yeah, a little bit. 7 out of 25. Then for our auto, going to the Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lowe. He's had a nice first year. Going out to Kevin Bryant. Brandon Lowe. He's going to replace Austin Dean, because Brandon has had a good first half of the year thus far. Hopefully he can keep it up. I may have jinxed him for picking him up, so we'll see. We shall see. Nick Martini on the black. Mike Moustakas on the red. Bo Jackson on the Stadium Club chrome. Scott, what's going on? Are you still there? Seeing that you jumped up, that you were watching. What's going on? No, which, granted, it's not you that has the Cubs, but there hasn't been any Cubs hits. So that is one team, and this is not a selling point because Scott normally takes them, but that is one team that is due for an absolute monster case break with me. That is probably the longest overdue team that I have, and Scott can vouch for it because he almost always gets them. Bryce Harper on the Power Zone, and that's not a selling point because there's several Cubs fans in the group, and I think Scott invited a lot more. Anthony Rizzo on the Bean team, but it is a team that is absolutely due. And let's see what that is. Yadier Molina at red. I'm going to guess that's nothing. Tanaka out of 50. Tanaka out of 50. 13 out of 50. If we don't get a canceled in or cancel in about 5 minutes, I will be leaving. It'll be after a box. Whit Merrifield, and then I will come back and finish it off. So we have Michael Conforto on the red. Ray Black. Second auto of Ray Black. Second auto of Ray Black going out to Danny Matheny. Ray Black. That may be the cancel right there. Ray Black. After this box, I'm gonna get up and turn off my pager. Anthony Rizzo on the black. Ken Griffey Jr. on the red. Ken Griffey Jr. on the red. I'm going to get up and I'm going to turn that off. Or reset. I knew when it said Super 8, it's a hotel. Naturally, it's a hotel in our town. It goes off every now and then. Their alarm system does, and it's always a false alarm, and they cancel just like that 2 minutes later at the most. So not for sure how loud it was in the microphone here. It was pretty loud, so apologize, but I think I've had to leave one break, I think, because of a fire call. So that's pretty, knock on wood, that's pretty good for being at this a year and a half, I think, is how long ago we started the group, back in February of 2018. When we started, I don't even remember when our first break was. Should have did an anniversary break, but it came a long way since that first break in a short amount of time. I know some people numbered their breaks, and I wish I would have started doing that at the beginning. We could have seen what number of break we were at, and then at the milestone breaks, we could have had some giveaways, but live and learn. Didn't think about it at that point in time. So Hideki Matsui on the power zone. Christy Mathewson for the Giants. Otani on the Emperors of the Zone. George Brett. Nope. Todd Frazier on the red. Harrison Bader, Warp Speed. Which I'm not for sure how many ex-military that we have in the group, or even military. I know Danny was. I know we have a couple of police officers in the group, so always like to show appreciation to them. Roberto Clemente on the red. There we go. Peter Alonso. Peter Alonso going out to Richie Kolb. Peter Alonso starting to pick it up on the autos. Let's get rid of Reese McGuire. Put Peter right there next to Fernando. Going out to Richie Kolb. the first Pete Alonso auto I pulled, period. But definitely the first one for Richie. It's normally Jeff McNeil's after Jeff McNeil. Dustin Pedroia on the black. Archie Bradley on the red. Carlos Correa, Stadium Club Chrome. And I know that, I don't know if we have any EMTs in here or not, but no, we have several firefighters in here. So actually, this is the first time as the chief. I got a call from a guy that had a wreck, and we had to extricate him out, and we had to us and the EMTs that were on scene. The guy ended up having to be flown out, but credit us for saving his life. He does. So it was a very, very touch and go situation. Jason, that is awesome. I appreciate your son's service, man. Appreciate it so much. Alex Bregman, Power Zone. It takes a very, very, very special people to be in the military. Alex Bregman on the Beam team. A thank you to the individuals that serve us is not enough. Steven Strasburg, Emperors of the Zone. That is for sure. Not enough for sure. Duke Snyder on the red. Man, I thought that was a Vlad Guerrero Jr. auto. I know it's early in the deck to be doing or getting the auto, but I was hoping. Warp Speed, Mookie Betts. Corey Seager. Nick Martini. Nick Martini, second hit for the Oakland A's. That is going out to Ryan Tyree. And as I'm throwing out appreciation, I also want to appreciate the members of the group. The members of the group, we very little issues. Very little issues. Everybody is checked with the scammers page. Williams Stadillo on the black. Some may slip in here and there, but as soon as I hear of an issue, see of the issue, Bryce Harper, black and white. As soon as I see or hear of the issue, we take care of it. So it's very, 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 very nice to have such an excellent group of people. And I should also mention Doug. Hold on, I got a call. Excuse me. The only other one that I know is military, ex-military. I think Bravo is, and Doug Ford, military. Anybody else? I appreciate it. That's why I hate to start to name names and then you forget someone, but those are the only ones I can think of that I know of in the group. So from talking to them or becoming Facebook friends with them. Power Zones, King Griffey Jr. Bob Gibson on the red. Zach Greinke, Emperors of the Zone. Chris Parsons, ex-Air Force. I appreciate it, Chris. If you're watching, or if you watch this later, I appreciate it. Juan Soto on the red. No, in November on Veterans Day, we'll have a giveaway for some veterans. So Warp Speed. Sandy Koufax. We have another redemption. I'm not sure who all the redemptions are in here. We know there's at least a Scooter Gennett. Ramon Laureano on the black. Byron Buxton on the red. Juan Soto on Stadium Club Chrome. And then for the redemption. Congratulations, you are due to receive a base card autograph of Stephen Tarpley. Stephen Tarpley, not a clue as to who that goes to, so I will have to double check. If anybody checks it, looks it up for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. I will double check to make sure, not calling anyone a liar, but just so I know 100%. Stephen Tarpley. Someone could look that up for me to see who that goes to. Or if it goes to your team and you know, let me know. Aaron Judge, Powers of the Zone. Beam Team, Acuna Jr. Yankee. All right. Tarpley going to the Yankees, Mark says. Clayton Kershaw, if that's the case, then it's going to Paul Conklin. Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers, Emperors of the Zone. Thought that Darryl Strawberry could have been a variation. Adrian Beltre, black and white. Beam Team, Javier Baez out of 99. Javier Baez out of 99. Get that to focus. There we go. 93 out of 99 on the Beam Team. Willie Calhoun. Nope. Warp Speed, Mike Trout. Blake Snell. Josh Hader. Josh Hader. One of my closers. For my fantasy team. I wish he would get a little bit more action, a little less 2 inning saves and a little bit more 1 inning saves. But nonetheless, Josh Hader going to the Milwaukee Brewers. Mark Pennington, I'm going to replace Ray Black. And there we go. Going out to Mark Pennington, Josh Hader. Corbin Burns on the black. Mike Piazza, red. 4 boxes to go. We may hit the 2-hour mark. Not sure. Empty. Mark Pennington, no comment on the hater. I tell you, Mark, after your skunk streak has ended, now you're on a hit streak. Isn't that 3 cases in a row? 3 breaks in a row? Because I think you hit in the museum, which was only a half day. So 3 breaks in a row. That's right. That is right, Mark. Don't be a hater. Todd Helton on the power zones. Dansby Swanson on the red. Roy Halladay in the stadium chrome. Jacob deGrom on the Emperors of the Zone. Babe Ruth, see if that's numbered. Out of 25. Babe Ruth out of 25 going out to Paul Conklin. '21 out of 25. Get the focus in here. There we go. 21 out of 25 for Babe Ruth. D. Gordon on the warp speed. Mookie Betts on the red. Josh Rogers. Josh Rogers for the Baltimore Orioles going out to Odell Harper. Orioles first. Well, I guess the Insta Vision was a hit for the Orioles' first auto of the night. Josh Rogers. Nice big large auto. That you did, Mark. That you did. It was a long streak, too. Derek Jeter on the black. It's quite a while. Francisco Lindor on the red. Gleyber Torres on the Stadium Club. Chrome. I don't even want to guess how many breaks it was of skunkiness for you, Mark. Had to be at least 5, if not more, with me. I mean, I don't know what it was with other people, but yeah, or if you were skunking with other people too, but it had to be at least 5. Let's see. May have hit the camera. I tell you, I don't pull for. I pull for everybody equally to get a hit. I hope everyone gets a hit. Power Zone King Griffey Jr. But the one person right now I feel the worst about is Derek Jeter Bean Team. Is Rome. He buys the Blue Jays, looking for a Vlad Guerrero Jr. And I haven't pulled him one yet. The 2 times he's missed the Jays in Leather and Lumber and Top Series 2, Zach Greinke for Emperors of the Zone, Paul Conklin gets them. And each time I've pulled Paul Conklin a Vlad Guerrero Jr. auto. Miguel Cabrera on the red. You can't count that high, Mark, so it's higher than 5. Billy Hamilton, Warp Speed. Like I said, not that I pull for anyone, but it would be nice to hit a Vlad Guerrero Jr. out of this case, especially after hitting Alonso and a Tatis Jr. Steven Duggar Derek Rodriguez, third hit for the San Francisco Giants tonight, going out to Danny Matheny. I'm sure Rome would absolutely agree with me, because I'm sure if he's anything, if he's would be like me in that situation, I would have been happy for the individual, then I would have been ticked off that I didn't buy him or I missed out. Rafael Devers on the black. It happens every time when I go to buy the Cardinals or I don't see the Cardinals, and they get a good hit. So Jose Altuve on the red, and they get a good hit, and I'm like, man, how did I not see that? Or, you know, I didn't want to pay that price, because the Cardinals have been higher this year than they have been in the past as far as break costs go. So then I always extremely hope that I pull something for new buyers, for first-time buyers, so they get a good experience. Doesn't always happen. Happens more times than not, though. Just something about it. Bryce Harper on the power zone. Sammy Sosa on the black and white. John Smoltz, Emperors of the Zone. Touki Toussaint on the red. Whit Merrifield, Warp Speed. I remember that, Mark. I remember that. Simmons on the red. And the auto going out to Dennis Santana. Dennis Santana of the LA Dodgers going out to Sal. I remember that vividly, Mark, at 101 auto for Bo Jackson. The good thing about it, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Bravo had them in the break. It was either Bravo or if it could have been Vinny. Mondesi on the black, but I'm almost positive it was Bravo. Will Myers red, Buster Posey on the chrome, and at least he is a Bo Jackson PC collector. So I was at least happy that I was extremely happy that he was able to hit a PC 101. What was that in? Was that in Prime Cuts? Or it had to be in Prime Cuts, wasn't it? It wasn't in Pantheon. It was in Prime Cuts, I do believe. And the only thing that I hesitate that it could have been Vinny was because I remember we have two Royals fans in this group that I know of, Chris Short and Bravo. And I had tagged them and I said, Royals still available, trying to get them filled before the filler. Royals still available. Neither of them, there was one break that neither of them pulled the trigger, and I think Vinny did. And Vinny did end up hitting a nice card. So I'm not sure if that was the 101 or if it was another break. Will Clark on the power zones. Tony Gwynn, Beam Team. Justin Verlander, Emperors of the Zone. Babe Ruth. Mike Trout, Beam Team. Just the red. Mike Trout, Beam Team. on the red. And probably for the ones that have been here a while know, I don't get really excited on big hits. I don't scream and yell. Framil Reyes, Rowdy Tatis going out to the Toronto Blue Jays. But our biggest hit, we pulled the 101. I don't know. I'd say the two biggest hits, they may be tied, but Rowdy Tatis for the Blue Jays. The two biggest hits I pulled in the 2018 Topps High Tech. I did pull a 101 auto of Ohtani. In 2018 Bowman's Best, I pulled the 101 autoed superfractor of Nolan Gorman. Eddie Rosario on the black. And the Gorman, because I was a Cardinals fan, I actually got more excited for than the Ohtani 101. Christian Yelich on the red. I didn't get that excited, Sal. I did get excited, but it was, those are nice cards. Nice cards. Sometimes you do have to get a little bit of excitement going, but it's hard to get excited when you're pulling base card after base card after base card. But then you get that 101 Ohtani, or you get a Ohtani to 25, or that Nolan Gorman, Bo Jackson 101. Sal, I even believe, what did I pull you? It was a Acuna printing plate. Was it a Acuna printing plate in auto? Or was it just a jersey tag out of 5? No, that's right. It was the Dansby Swanson printing plate and an Acuna laundry tag to 3 or 5 in the same break for the Braves that one time for you. That was a pretty excellent break for you that time. So, and the 101 Ohtani, as we all know who witnessed it, was in a 2-box break in addition to our case break, because I was allocated 2 extra boxes. Well, I was allocated only 2 boxes, and I had to go through Brandon for my case. So Acuna on the power zones. Honus Wagner on the red. And I like to give Brandon a shout out because Brandon deals with me. Max Scherzer on the Emperors of the Zone. If you're ever looking for boxes to buy online, check out Miller Sports World. He doesn't sponsor us or anything, but he gives me deals that I'm not going to get anywhere else, and that allows me to bring them to you as well. So Victor Robles, Warp Speed. He allows me to buy him a little bit over what I could buy him from the distributor when I don't get allocated. So Robin Yount, Trevor Richards to the Miami Marlins. This kid has, I think, some potential. Let me make sure that it's the kid I'm thinking of. Yes. Jagger, if you're on, this kid, if you're interested in selling this, I may start the PC Trevor Richards. He went to the same school as my sister-in-law went to, same high school. He's from Aviston, not too far away from me, but that's where my sister-in-law went to school at Breeze Modern Day, which that's where Trevor Richards went to school too. So Scooter Gennett on the black. Started a little PC of Jake Odorizzi because he went to school. He was a year younger than my wife in high school. So Marcus Stroman on the red. Jose Canseco Stadium Chrome. It was out of 5. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was 5 or 3, but I remember pulling that, and that was want to say, I think I hit the cord. I want to say it was a half-case break I pulled them out of. Or it could be like the inner case of Pantheon, reminiscent about old breaks. The Pantheon case that I pulled Sean those 2 101s for the Astros. That was pretty sweet to be coming out of the same inner case of Pantheon. I'm gonna attempt to on the like page for On Fire Breakers. I did a ad and had our Hall of Fame hits. I think I'm going to take all of our 101s and big cards that we've hit and put them in a file in an album and create a Hall of Fame of hits. Chris Bryant, Power Zone. Anthony Rizzo on the Chrome. Anthony Rizzo on the Stadium Chrome. I think that'd be kind of cool to not reminisce, but look at all the hits that we've had. And good selling point. Chris Bryant on Beam Team. Naturally, you can't control what's in any case whatsoever, but I think that we've had our fair share of 101s for the amount of breaks that we've had. So to knock on the Emperors of the Zone, Eddie Murray on the red, Will Clark red, Power Zone, Warp Speed, Francisco Lindor. Reese Hoskins on the red. And for the Cardinals, Daniel Ponce de Leon. This kid is a good story, as I am sure many of you know. He got drilled in the head by a line drive while in the minors. He's pitched pretty good every time he's pitched last year and this year. He's just finally got recalled after Jordan Hicks went on the DL, or the IL, my bad, the IL. Jose Barrios on the black for the Twins due to Tommy John surgery that was supposed to have happened today. Darryl Strawberry on the red. So Daniel Ponce de Leon, he's a good young pitcher, I think. He pitches well every time. I know a lot of people don't like to collect pitching autos, but I think he may have some potential. Last box. If you have not hit, good luck. We still have the box toppers, so we'll see what those bring. Hopefully we can get lucky and get an auto out of one of them. And we will do our hit recap, and then I will get you your track for the first-time buyers. Make sure you send me your address. If I haven't heard from you, by the time I get everyone else's packed and ready to go, I'll shoot you a PM. So if you don't get it to me, it may not go out tomorrow. It may go out on Friday. So it'll probably, Chris Davis Power Zone, it'll probably take me most of the morning to get these ready. Al Kaline on the red. Blake Snell, Emperors of the Zone. Eddie Matthews for the Braves on the red. Warp Speed, Javier Baez. Miguel Andujar. Sean Reed Foley. Sean Reed Foley going to the Toronto Blue Jays. Not the Blue Jays that Rome was looking for, but I think this is the third Blue Jay auto of the night, I do believe. Sean Reed Foley. Josh Donaldson on the black. Craig Kimbrell, the black and white. Tuki Toussaint on chrome. Half a box to go. Doug, yeah, I'll hold yours until July 5th. That'll be no problem. Just send me a message to remind me July 5th to send them. I'll mark it on the calendar. But yeah, I'll wait until after July 5th, or I'll wait until that day. That'll be a Friday. So not a problem. I know I had to ship Richie's somewhere else too, so got that wrote down. Mark McGwire, Power Zone. Juan Soto, Beam Team. Shohei Ohtani, Emperors of the Zone. Julio Urias, maybe, on the red. Harrison Bader, Warp Speed. Blake Snell on the chrome, Stadium Club. No problem, Doug. No problem at all. Steven Strasburg on the red. Corbin Burns, red. I hope this is going out to Mark Pennington. I hope that this is not the last auto. Hopefully we get a box stopper, because Corbin Burns is kind of a letdown. Kind of a letdown. On the red, Corbin Burns, red. Ozzy Albies on the black. Ryan Sandberg, red. All right, let's get these box toppers. Box toppers, one at a time. All right, sounds good, Mark. It sounds good. Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. This is going out to Odell. Going out to Odell. Put that back in there. Don Manningley. Going out to Paul Conklin. Donnie Baseball. Noah Syndergaard. Noah Syndergaard going out to Richie. Hank Aaron. Hammer and Hank. That is going out to Jason Bowers. Ichiro. Going out to Kevin Bryant. Charlie Blackmon. Pardon me. Charlie Blackmon going out to the Rockies. And Doug Grant. Chipper Jones Going out to the Atlanta Braves and Jason Bowers. Ted Williams. Going out to the Boston Red Sox and Jason Hornibrook. Chris Bryant going to the Chicago Cubs and Meade Hendricks. Max Scherzer going out to the Washington Nationals and Mark, what is it, Yelly? Is it Yelly? Jose Altuve going out to the Houston Astros and Jason Bowers. Ronald Acuna Jr. going out to the Atlanta Braves and Jason Bowers. Mark McGwire going out to the St. Louis Cardinals and Meade Hendricks. Yeah, Jason, they really are. I really like box toppers. I don't know why, I just really do. Reese Hoskins going out to the Philadelphia Phillies and Chris Parsons. Two left to be an auto. Chris Davis and the Oakland Athletics going out to Ryan Tyree. Last one. Come on, auto. Come on, auto. Manny Machado going out to the LA Dodgers and Sal. So let's do our hit recap here. Started off with Corbin Burns going to the Milwaukee Brewers. Sean Reed Foley to the Toronto Blue Jays. Daniel Ponce de Leon to the Cardinals. Trevor Richards to the Miami Marlins. Rowdy Tellez to the Blue Jays. Dennis Santana to the Dodgers. Derek Rodriguez to the Giants. Josh Rogers to the Orioles. Ray Black to the Giants. Stephen Tarpley, redemption, to the Yankees. Nick Martini to the A's. Reese McGuire to the Blue Jays. Ray Black again to the Giants. I have a numbered card. Austin Dean to the Marlins. Jose Bracino to the Angels. Ryan O'Hearn to the Royals. Bryce Wilson to the Braves. Scooter Gennett to the Reds. Chris Shaw to the Giants. Jalen Beeks to the Rays. Corbin Burns to the Brew Crew. Kevin Newman to the Pirates. We have the Instavision out of 50 for Cal Ripken Jr. and the Orioles. Jeffrey Springs for the Rangers. Dean Dietz for the Astros. Ramon Laureano for the A's. Bryce Wilson for the Braves. David Fletcher for the Angels. Some of our better hits. We'll start off with Josh Hader For the Brew Crew, we have Tukey Toussaint. For the Braves, Brandon Lowe. For the Rays, we have Fernando Tatis Jr. For the Padres, and Pete Alonso for the Mets. So we got the two vying for the NL Rookie of the Year, would be my opinion, auto. So not bad. I thank everyone for getting in. I'll check with Brandon to see if I can still get that case. If so, I'll post a poll to see if we want it. I appreciate everyone getting in. For the new ones, thank you. For the old ones, thank you some more. Thank you for supporting On Fire Breakers. Have a wonderful evening.